Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. You're watching Force Athletics. My name is Bram, and today I wanted to discuss something that I came across on on the internet, um, and I guess I just wanted to share my perspective because I thought it was important and sort of relevant to core values of Enforcer. So that's why I wanted to talk about that today. So a couple days ago, um, there was this athlete who lost a show, and I'm not gonna name any names because it's a pretty well known guy. It's probably pretty hot and happening right now, that whole situation. But I fucking hate controversy, so I don't wanna attract any attention to the channel on behalf of like controversy and stuff and drama, because I'm not about that. Yeah, so it was this athlete, and he lost his show, and was clearly pretty upset about it, and he had this big crash out on social media. I had a little bit of a temper tantrum, and you know I saw this, and obviously made the mistake of reading the comments, and just like every every single comment was just shitting on this guy, just absolutely hammering him. Uh, like he was acting like a child. You need to stop being a fucking pussy. He needed to get off the tram and stuff. And I remember reading that, and I was like, man, this is. I mean, I wasn't surprised by it, because obviously that's so commonplace nowadays. But I just remember thinking, like, man, that's like pretty unnecessary. At least I feel, it's like this guy is clearly already in, emotional distress, and everybody's just pouring gasoline on the fire. Um, I don't know. I just kind of remember feeling a little bit, you know, strongly about that. Um, and it's not like I want to, berate the people, all the people that wrote those comments, but I do feel as though it's something where I think, people that are saying all those things, and um, making all those mean, harsh, negative comments, I feel as though they kind of lack uh, perspective and empathy, um, which I think is really important always when critiquing somebody or judging somebody, because like, you don't know what went into that for someone. Like I feel like you can never know what went into that for that guy, because that was a pretty high level show. So like, you don't know what he has been through to kind of get to that point, and how much winning that show would have meant to him. Because like, for all I mean, that's been like his big dream from when he was a little boy. Um, and he's been through, like, you don't know what he's been through. You don't know what he's potentially sacrificed for that. To get to finally get to that point, and to then still come up short. Because I can only scarcely begin to imagine what how impactful that can be. especially at that level, And what I then always try to keep in the front of my mind is uh, what is the additional impact of all of that negative feedback going to be in his already emotionally volatile state. Because something like that could be potentially soul crushing to someone, and they might already be on the verge. And I'm not saying that that's super likely, but just imagine that when somebody's already so distraught and so distressed, they could already be, close to not to not seeing any purpose anymore, and your mean, negative, harsh comment that could just very well be the last thing that this individual can tolerate before they, decide to fucking throw themselves in front of a train or something. So and that's really something that I and I'm not trying to be like the big teacher here, or tell anybody what to do or not to do, but I just kind of wish that people would keep that in mind more. People would kind of value others' feelings and perspective a little more. Just kind of be able to come up with a little bit more empathy for your fellow men. Because I'm sure that everybody's been through a point in their life where they felt undervalued and misunderstood, and that's also led to some negative mental states. And I for one know what it's like to be in a very dark place mentally, and I just wouldn't ever want to be responsible for worsening that for somebody, potentially, because you just never know how somebody in a state like that may react to overtly negative feedback. So yeah, that was pretty much kind of what I wanted to discuss. I do feel as though that's pretty relevant to some of the core values to Enforcer, because people need to, I feel like, respect each other, and also, I guess, respect yourself enough to not waste your time shitting on other people, because it doesn't bring you anything, and it certainly doesn't bring them anything. So that's just kind of, that's my perspective on it. Once again, I'm not saying that I'm the big know-it-all that needs to tell you how to live your life, or how to conduct yourself, but I just wanted to share my perspective on that, because I feel like it's important. And even though I know we don't have like a big following or anything at the moment that's gonna like really pick up on this, but still I just wanted to share that. And about that, if you are watching this video and you have watched to this point, thank you, first of all. We really appreciate anyone at the moment that that actually actively follows our stuff and watches our videos. Because I know it may not be the most valuable content at the moment, but but we do really value you. If you're watching this video, I just want to thank you a lot. And yeah, if you would be so kind, you could perhaps share in the comments a time when you felt critiqued unfairly, and what led you into that situation. You know, maybe it was also something where you put a lot into something, and you kind of didn't get out what you wanted. You know, maybe had an emotional reaction and got unfairly, harshly critiqued and got kind of shit on. You know, like I really try to encourage, you know, some community building going on here. You know, yeah, because you know, as I mentioned before, we would really love to kind of get a community going around Enforcer. That's why actually we're also investing in school. So it's a free to join community. We have a free community on school that we would love for you to join. The link is in the description. Because we really just kind of want to get a community going around Enforcer where, you know, people can interact with each other, and you know, we can interact with you guys, and vice versa. Just to really get a little bit of a tight knit group going that you know, people can inspire each other and educate each other, because that's yeah, we really value that at Enforcer. So yeah, if you guys would be so kind, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and School. Links are all in the description. If you guys would be so kind, please subscribe to the channel. It just means so much to us, you know, building up our following. There is so much more content to come, at least one video per week. You know, some weeks might be a little bit slower, but other weeks, you know, we're going to have, you know, better and more entertaining content out, because we're really doing our best to really create something great here. So yeah, you guys, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, and we will see you guys in the next video.